What's up, everybody? What kind of example are you leaving others today? Let's unpack that today. What's up, everyone? It's Johnny here with Tell a Friend. Man, I always just want to say thank you for taking this journey with us. I love you guys for just kind of hanging out and watching these videos. And you know, last week I taught about the message or thought, caught, not taught, right? And it kind of got me thinking about that. It just really has been in my spirit, thinking about what I've teaching my kids in general or influencing others around me. And I know for a fact that some of you today have that same question, right? Am I living a life that's leaving influences around us, right? Whether it's at work, whether it's at home, whether you have done things, and it gives you the question, am I living a life that's leaving a legacy, or am I seeing fruits of that life's expectations that I have set forth? Am I seeing fruits of what I am doing in other people's lives, right? I know that's a question. I talk to my son all the time about different stuff like this. So I want to share something with you guys that I want to brag on my kids for a minute, if you will. Just come with me for a minute, because I'm going to brag about them just for a quick second. Are my kids perfect? No way. Just like me, there's flaws, but I want to brag on them. And then at the end, I'm gonna try to tie this all back in together. So a couple weeks back, I was in California, and we stopped at a restaurant on the patio to have some lunch real quick. Just off to the side, there was a homeless guy, and my youngest son, who's 16, went to go talk to him. Well, my brother-in-law bought him some food, and when the food came out, my son came and got the food, sat down, and was talking to this guy. Probably about 25 minutes later, I see my son getting up, walk into my truck, get out of the truck, come back to him, hand him something. Now, I almost knew immediately what he did, but he confirmed it later. What he did was he gave him $20 and basically wanted to bless this guy, right? And it made me just really happy because I did the exact same thing 30 plus years at the exact same place. So I was very proud of him. Now the next story I want to share is my oldest son, right? So my birthday had passed into June, and him and my kids got together. They're gonna send money to my oldest daughter. So my oldest son, he sent $100 to my oldest daughter, and in doing so, he ended up sending $100 to an old phone number, and basically the person on the other end of that new phone number accepted the money and kept it, right? So my son, of course, he did what he's supposed to do. He called the bank. Hey, this is what I made a mistake. Well, the bank said they couldn't do nothing about it, right? So I didn't know about any of this stuff because they're trying to surprise me for my birthday. So I heard about this a couple of days later, and I kind of felt bad for my son. And then when I finally seen him, we talked about it, and I said, Dad, he goes, they must have needed that money more than you. And it brought a smile to my face because I felt like he kind of came to terms with that money. He said that they needed to be blessed. So I was like, wow. I was like, cool, right? So then the next one is my daughter, right? So the other day, my daughter came to my oldest daughter came to my house, and she took my truck. She took it and brought it back. It was washed and full of gas, right? And then I was so happy that she did that. I didn't even ask her, and she did that for me. And in that same conversation, I had said, hey, I want to buy something for your little sister, and she immediately didn't even tell me, went on Amazon, and she purchased this, and it came the next day or whatever. Just like so happy, right? And yeah, I have a story even about my youngest daughter, 6-year-old daughter. So the other day, my wife and I were having a conversation, and anytime my youngest sees that we're having a conversation, and if she feels like maybe it's a discussion that she's not really like, she thinks maybe we're maybe arguing or something, or she gets right in the middle and she'll say, hey, let's go for ice cream. It just totally changes the environment, the atmosphere. It's just a huge blessing, right? So after each story, I told you about my youngest son, my eldest son, my daughter, right? I told them, I'm very proud of you guys for what you did, how you're living your life, right? And each one told me the exact same thing, or almost the exact same thing. They said, Dad, we know you would do the exact same thing. And I'm like, ugh, like my heart felt almost like there was some validation. Not that I'm trying to get validation, but I felt like there might have been some validation in my own life. Like maybe I am the expectation that I have set forth, that they are living it in their own lives, right? So today, why do I tell you this story, right? Because you may have that same feeling I thought. Am I setting expectations in my own life, but maybe not seeing the fruits of that? And maybe you say, I haven't seen any fruits of it. If you haven't seen any fruits in anybody's lives, right? Maybe not just, I'm just saying your kids, but just anybody in general. I say today, start living a life that is gonna bless others and it's gonna influence others. And you'll see that someday someone will come to you later and say, hey, I remember that's what you did, and I'm following that same example, that example of expectation that you set in your life. Anyways, I hope that kind of brought it back around to you guys. I love you guys. Be blessed, and don't forget to, that's right, tell a friend. And if you ain't got no friends, I'll be here for you. I love you. Take care. This is Johnny. Bye now.